Obviously, this book argues that humans are better off with healthy shark populations than we are without sharks in our waters, and that the benefits of having sharks around outweigh the costs. But implicit in this argument is that there are costs in the form of human injuries or deaths caused by sharks. There are also potentially costs in terms of shark depredation, or sharks eating fish caught by fishers, but this is still an emerging issue of concern in need of further research. Any such injury or death is a tragedy, and I don't want to minimize the suffering endured by shark bite victims or their families. However, it is important to keep in mind the relative risk of such a tragedy when considering policy solutions. As you'll see in this chapter, humans have an incredibly low risk of being bitten by a shark. Shark bites are one of the topics I get asked about the most during the question and answer session of my public talks. It's also the aspect of sharks that I enjoy discussing the least in media interviews. The way many of these media requests are presented sets up the scientist to be the bad guy. My first ever TV interview was on a Charleston, South Carolina news station after an adorable toddler was, very mildly, bitten by a shark. Saying, well, actually, shark bites are really rare and sharks are important and in trouble seems callous when juxtaposed with a cute kid bleeding and crying. For the record, I suspect that the kid in question stepped on an oyster or something. I still don't see how a shark bite could have resulted in an injury just to the bottom of the child's foot, but I chose not to propose this in a 30-second spot when I had a clear script to follow. In response to the second most common question I'm asked, the most common question is, what's your favorite shark? No, I've never been bitten by a shark.